Okay, testing this out. Let's see here. Got some Keystone Lights. Got Alvarado Street. Vengeful Barbarian, that's awesome. The Dude's Most Excellent IPA. Grapefruit Tempest. Quarter Jam. Strata. Slice. Bottle Logic. The Double IPA. What do we got here? And then the Slice and Bottle Logic Collaboration Triple IPA. Got some Danky King Jr. Some Hoof-Hearted Conky Dong. I think we're gonna go with the Make It Pop by Track 7. Something I just realized. If you say hoof-hearted fast, it sounds like who farted. Who farted brewing. Yeah, I think we'll go with this one. Track 7, double IPA, West Coast style. Make It Pop. That looks like a pretty good one. I think that one will work. Really cool art. So he's pumping up the hops. And track 7. That'll work. Okay, I think before I crack this open, I got another Track 7 Brewing sticker. I know I have one on the front of the fridge, but now I got a new side here to start plastering some new stickers. So why not add another one to match it? So I think I'm gonna go back over here somewhere. Kind of go like that. That'll work. Looks pretty good. I think I might add a couple more of these little tiny ones here that I got from my buddy John. It's pretty hard to see. It says, "Are you mad at me?" I'm going to put that one right here at the top. And I think I'll do this one too. Healthy so far. So no illness today. Not today. I'll put that one back over here. Not today. That'll work. Throw these away, and then I think I'll pour this beer in my awesome glass. Okay, Make It Pop. Track 7. Ooh, 8.2%. Double IPA. It's got a bit of a kick. It's a West Coast Double India Pale Ale. Love that artwork. He's pumping up a hop plant. Okay. I got this awesome local brewery, Big Sexy, why not? Coaster. Pour this into my awesome mug I got from Gabby and James at the LA Hangout not too long ago. Try to pour it a little slower. I always tend to pour these things too darn fast. Gabriella and James Arcade, LA Hangout 2020. Pretty cool. Love it. Yep, looking forward to having some of this. Love it. Nothing like some good video arcade themed beer. Delicious. So tasty. Tasty and delicious. Oh! Back for more. Okay, so here I am, being silly again. Hope everybody out there is staying safe and healthy in what's going on here recently. So I'm taking a little extra time around the house, just kind of rearranging some stuff. Moved my beer fridge up there, the monster beer fridge, and then my kegerator, and then got a new addition, extra storage. You know, I wind up getting too many beers. Freezer comes in handy too, extra ice, that kind of stuff. So yeah, so this pairing, I'll show you the video, was what I did was I got Make It Pop by Track 7 Brewing. It's a double IPA, West Coast style, by Track 7 Brewing, a local brewery, and paired it up with a good friend, Gabriella, who was gracious enough to host us a few weeks ago at a party we had at their house. We basically just called it the LA Hangout. So the first night was at Gabby and James' house, and then the second night was at Mr. and Mrs. Slicknick's house. So yeah, good times. So yeah, I just figured, why not? Good way to intro this, show up a close-up of the mug and stuff. But yeah, so I got a lot more space now for adding new fridge magnets. So this one is the one Gabby gave us, and so just go ahead and put it up there. That'll work, just like that. The rest are just magnets. It's a sticker hanging there, but they were magnets that were on the kegerator. So I'll try to stick with only magnets on this fridge. We'll see. And then I did frame the poster that Slicknick made. I forgot where I want to put it exactly. Probably up there. But yeah, awesome poster. Thank you, Nick. And what else am I going to show you? Oh, so as some of you may know, I was big into BMX. I still am mentally. Old school BMX, mid school BMX, doing the freestyle stuff. So I still am in contact with some old friends of mine that I used to ride with and work with and stuff back in the day. So a good friend of mine from back in the day, his nickname was Psycho. He recently repopped some of these artwork he did, and I need to actually get a bigger frame to show this proper, but it's really awesome. So he was one of the pro riders for Hoffman bikes at the time. He still rides Hoffman bikes. He still rides, still tearing it up. He's got a son, I think in his 20s now, who also tears it up. It's pretty awesome. So yeah, so this was one of his original pieces of art that he did, doodling and stuff. So super cool. We also used to talk about this too. One of the things was that I always wanted to do was a skull-shaped stem, which I made a prototype, and I shared that on Instagram not that long ago. So maybe I'll show a quick shot of that, kind of a close-up of the prototype. But he used to draw it in his art all the time, even before I met him. And so anyways, it was Hoffman bikes, so he's got the Hoffman logo up there. His you know, crazy rider character. And if you look closely here, you can actually see it says Gack on the hub. That he kind of drew in there, because that was kind of one of the big things I was known for early on, was the hub set I designed. So they just called them Gack hubs. But so yeah, he wrote, "Thank you, Gack, for making BMX burly. Love, Davin Psycho." Psycho was his nickname. Davin's his actual name. So yeah, super awesome. Love it. So I got to get a bigger frame to put this up, and it's going up here in the arcade. I'm gonna start adding some BMX related artwork in here too at some point. And he also sent me a couple others. So this one's pretty cool too. Just kind of different custom art. Again with the skull stem there. Just kind of neat, you know. Pretty cool. And then this one, this was kind of like a silk screen ready print for doing artwork. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it there. It's got like a dragon head, and then in the mouth there it says Gack. So that was his vision of making a Gack logo, you know, super cool. It was awesome. But I'll try to find a little bit of footage of Psycho riding. The more recent one I remember seeing was a few years ago. Hoffman did a tribute to Evel Knievel, and Psycho did this huge jump. I think it got pulled by a motorcycle, and it was like, I don't know, 80 feet or so long, the jump, just huge jump. So just crazy. Guy's still tearing it up, but yeah.
Matt Hoffman's got this guy named Psycho,
Yeah.
who's going to try and break the distance record on a BMX bike, like 100 feet.
Why did he get nominated to break the world record?
Because Matt said he was his graphic artist.
Never been pulled by a motorcycle, but what would Evil do? That's the way you gotta look at it.
What was his personal best jump before this?
I don't believe he's jumped in about 10 or 12 years.
What's the world record? What's he trying to break?
Well, this is kind of its own category because nothing's ever been set up like this. Psycho's here because we really don't know what's going to happen, and this is when you just, no matter how much you think you know, we'll go in there, you just have somebody that knows how to just let the fuck it flag blaze, and that's what's happening right now. He's my fuck it flag. So.
Show him your cape. Fuck it. I can't say fuck on TV.
Fun fuck not?
Fuck? I don't know.
That's fucked up.
Fuck, you know?
The whole thing is kind of calculated by, you know, speed and the distance, and of course our speedometer just broke.
Most BMX and motocross events, like there's thousands of people watching, and this is cool because it's just like, it's us. Oh, man. He probably didn't land that one on the other side. Hell of an artist, though. How far are they moving it back?
10 feet?
Wow, that's great. Way to go, Psycho! Shit!
It was still screwed in when they were trying to move it.
Of course it was. How far is that back now? 54-foot gap? That was hairy.
Since he has a cape on, he doesn't have to land with his bike. So we just mark it where he lands, and that's it.
It's Matt's event. He makes up the rules. I say okay.
Psycho, bucket flag, and all or nothing. Yeah!
Where did that hit? That's another record, right, Matt?
Yeah, 67 feet.
Man.
We got a 67-foot distance record by Psycho.
Yeah.
And then the longest distance is an 88-foot head plant by Psycho. Yeah!
Wow. That was the actual world record.
Just crazy. Guys still tearing it up. But yeah, so awesome. Thank you again, Psycho. Love it. I'm gonna have to figure out something cool to do with this, because I want to do maybe kind of a mirror effect, because you can kind of see through the back of it with some lighting and make a light box out of it. So it'll be like color changing and stuff too. That'd be really cool. So I'm pretty sure I have a drawing of this somewhere that he gave me. This is about 25 years ago, so it's buried somewhere, I think. But yeah, super cool. So yeah, both those I'll be hanging up. But yeah, thought I'd share that real quick. But yeah, so anyways, this pairing is with Track 7's beer. It's a West Coast double IPA called Make It Pop. And the theme is Dig Dug, if you can kind of see there. And then the Track 7 logo on the back. But yeah, local brewery to me here in Sacramento. Good stuff. And I teamed that up with a little surprise gift I gave Gabriella and James. I make these Marquee light boxes. So I made one that's sized to fit Dig Dug Marquee. I didn't actually have an old Marquee laying around that was Dig Dug. I have probably 30 other Marquees. So I found one that fit, which was Kangaroo. It's also an Atari game. Basically the same exact cabinet, just the artwork was different between Dig Dug and Kangaroo. So anyways, I was able to get a Marquee in there. So that way it didn't just look like an empty light box. So they can either use it that way, or it'd be cool to see a Dig Dug Marquee to go with that too. But so anyways, yeah, we were a little forewarning. We'd been drinking for 2-3 hours at this point when I filmed it. So we were feeling good. Yeah, so good times. We definitely, that night we drank more than we played games, but it was fun. Everybody got to socialize and have a good time. So, but yeah, I commented on the aroma. I mean, I don't smell it so much now, but the first time I smelled that other one, it was like I could smell that other green stuff. I'll say. We'll save it for them, but yeah. Anyways, so okay. So, all right, everyone. Hope you're being safe and finding things to keep busy out there. I know California here, we're all kind of on lockdown for the time being with this whole coronavirus thing going on. So, but anyways, yeah, find time to do projects around the house. Being stuck at home, like, you know, this is one I've been working on for a year. I actually bought this paint a year ago. So my plan is the ceiling in this my game room, which is essentially a 3-car garage. I've converted to a game room. The ceiling I'm doing in flat black, and then the walls. Actually, let's see. It says it's called Tomcat is what they call it, but it's a flat black. And then the walls I'm going to do in this blue color, and the color they call it is Blueprint, and it's an eggshell, so it's not, you know, glossy, but it's a little more glossy than flat black or than a flat paint. But I've got 3 gallons of each of those that I've had for a year. Just get caught up with other projects, so delays happen, whatnot. So I'm hoping here by the time summer rolls around, this room will be all painted at least. Still lots of projects to go on. I'll share some more of that as time goes on. But so anyways, just figure I'd, you know, fill you in on that, anyone who's interested. So okay, well, it's a quick video, 10-15 minutes, so enjoy. Everyone have a good time out there. Do what you love and love what you do. So all right, cheers everyone. All right, hello, welcome. This is Arts and Craft with Gack, where I like to pair up beers with games or art projects or whatever. And this time I'm doing a really special one with my good friend Gabby here. So she's been on the Arcade Hangout with us a few times, and she's been gracious enough to host us with a really fun, just kind of LA hangout at her house, playing some games. So if you may have seen one of my older videos from a couple years ago, probably 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So your husband James, we were at Arcade Expo and
in
Banning, yes.
Yes.
And I brought a game I brought a beer called Sling Jaws, and we found a game to play, which was
Man-eater.
Man-eater, yes. So it's
I
like the
know.
Jaws.
Yes,
Yes, exactly.
I got a picture
So
with
that was
it.
really fun, and so I wanted to have an opportunity to actually have Gabby on here and
The
do a beer
original
pairing.
Man-eater.
Exactly.
Right?
So we're gonna. I'll explain it here in a moment, but you know, I brought a special beer that's just gonna spark a conversation, we'll say. So
Yeah.
Anyway, so first off, I want to say thank you so much. I mean, give me a hug here. Thank you so much. Thank you for hosting this party. We're having a good time.
Good times with good friends.
The sun hasn't even gone down yet, and we're already there, right? Yeah. So
yes.
okay, so this one is the theme here. So this brewery is Track 7 Brewing. So Track 7 Brewing, they're in Sacramento near my house, and they did a beer that's kind of Dig Dug themed called
nice.
Make It Pop. And it's a West Coast double India IPA. So, you know, West Coast style. So, and I do want to show this too. So she made some awesome glasses here. Maybe when I pour the beer in, we'll be able to see it a little better.
Yeah, here,
But-
I'll hold it for you.
But yes, so we're calling it the LAhangout, whatever you want to call it.
LA Hangout Nat.
So we have this thing, you know, our group on the Arcade Hangout. We like to do. It's not a tournament, and so this is, you know, a combo of that, and you know, just hanging out with good friends.
Oh,
I'll
there
finish
you
it
go.
off here. We'll get it all in there. So again, this is Track 7 Brewing. Track 7 Brewing out of Sacramento, and it's called Make It Pop, and it's Dig Dug theme. So what I wanted to do was, what's up, Keith? Woohoo! So anyways,
Maybe the foam will go down.
Yes, I know. I always pour too fast. I get too excited. I pour too fast, and it's all
It's
over.
a lot of head
So, you know, as you can see, it's just a West Coast style. I poured it kind of fast, so it looks a little hazy, but it's not really. It's a clear West Coast style IPA. But let's go ahead and cheers.
Cheers,
Give it a taste.
Meister.
Okay.
Oh, it smells good.
It's okay. I'm not saying I condone this, but it smells like weed. I smell a little bit of marijuana smell in there, but you know, I may edit that out. We'll see.
Yeah. Is that because we're in California and it's legal?
Could be. And I know, and I talked to James, your husband, earlier, and he said, and it is true, the hop flower is in the same like species as marijuana.
Yes, it is.
But a different animal. It's like comparing a house cat to a mountain lion, is what I said earlier. So
Exactly.
we're having a house cat right now. So cheers. Let's go ahead and give this a
To
sip.
my kitty. No.
Yes. So, you know, traditional West Coast double IPA. You know,
Oh, wow.
Good stuff. It's good. But, you know, I had to do it because the theme, you know, because we're arcade related.
Yes.
And it's Dig Dug. And so.
Wow,
so,
this
yeah,
is delicious.
So Gabby and her husband James are
wow.
hosting a get together at their house. So we're playing a bunch of games tonight, just hanging out,
Yes,
drinking,
we
having a good time.
are.
And so, as a thank you, I also wanted to. So it ties into this beer. So I have this little side project I do. The brand is called GackBuilt, and so I make these Marquee light boxes.
Yes,
So I made this light box.
right there.
So here's the back side of it. The light box is sized for Dig Dug. Now I didn't actually have a Dig Dug Marquee.
Don't
but
worry.
Kangaroo is the same
that's a good-
size.
yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll turn this on.
Here.
So it's worn out. It's an old
that-
Marquee light box, but I just wanted to give you guys something to kind of like remember tonight, and we're having a good time. If you have a Dig Dug Marquee, definitely swap it out. You know, this one's worn out.
Yes.
It's got the patina. So
Go this way.
so yeah. So I could do 25%, 50%, 100% brightness.
Wow,
That
that's amazing.
kind of thing. There's different.
And look at the
modes.
sparkle
You can make it blink.
and everything in it.
If you want to trip out, dance party night, kind of
Yes.
thing. But yeah, so I don't know how the brightness is going to show out here. If I keep it dimmed down, usually it works good on the video. But anyway, so I wanted to give this to you guys as kind of a thank you for hosting us. And it ties into you know, it's not Dig Dug, but it will fit a Dig Dug Marquee. If I had a Dig Dug Marquee, I would have put it in there. But so anyways, so we're pairing up Dig Dug, Make It Pop by Track 7 with the Dig Dug Marquee. So why not, right?
Amazing. And I also have a Cloak and Dagger from you.
You do, yes.
Yes, I do.
I did a Cloak and Dagger reproduction control panel.
You can get what you need.
There we go. All right, so I'll go ahead and hold this, and let's do a cheers here. You get your glass.
Yes.
So there we go. Cheers again, and thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, no worries.
Good times.
Here, it's delicious.
So Gabby, I do want to know. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and set this down here.
Yeah, here, I'll get it.
I do want to know kind of your backstory because, you know, last year or 2 years ago, sorry, I met your husband James, and so he's an active collector, mostly active collector on our forums, Calvi. No idea, you know, as far as I knew, you were his wife, and that was it. You're actually at least as much, if not more, of a collector than him, right? I mean,
well, I encourage him to buy everything on the market, which is
she's
true.
the enabler, right?
I know, right? Yes, I tell him that he needs to buy everything that's available near us, because for us to go cross country or other states, to go ahead and
I gotta admit, you know, this morning I checked my phone app where I have different, you know, Craigslist and all that offer up and everything, and I checked the LA area. I'm like, there is a lot of stuff down here. There's a lot of games available, and so there is opportunities. It doesn't take too much work to find cool games. So
yeah, well, what I've learned, especially throughout the years, is that what's on the West Coast to the East Coast is a lot different.
Yes.
You know, the abundance of different games compared, you know, just like I said, West Coast to East Coast is completely different. The demand on the West Coast might be higher for a particular game in comparison to the East Coast, where you can go ahead and find a game which is available at a cheaper price. But for me, I love to have the games that we have in our home.
You have a nostalgia for certain games too. Like you're like, oh, I remember that game. I love that game. You know, yes, right?
That's where the Galaga 88
exactly,
comes
just
into.
right here behind us.
Yes.
So if I had a Galaga 88 themed beer, and I think actually the Marquee might fit that Galaga 88 because they retrofit to games and stuff. So maybe,
Galaga 88 is a game I grew up playing on Turbo Graphics, which not a lot of people know
that
about.
was after my time. I mean, I'm showing my age here, so
yeah,
I was already moved on.
But Galaga 88 was a game that I played on Turbo Graphics, as well of a lot of different games, which most people don't even know about. A lot of, you know, like Keep Courage, or, you know, a few other ones, like I'm not going to get into, but that particular game console came with a lot of unique
that
games.
console was your sweet spot, right?
It sure was, sir. I guarantee it was, and it still is.
When did you start, or James, either one of you, start collecting these games? Like, how long ago was that?
Okay, well, we first started because I used to go to an Italian restaurant that had a Pac-Man cocktail table.
Awesome. Right.
So we started 6 years.
6 years ago.
5, 6 years ago. Yes.
Games were so much cheaper back then. Yes.
Yeah, especially to get a non-working cocktail table, which we still have 3 of them. But
that's part of being a collector, is you're going to have non-working games projects always.
But I don't want to sell them. I'm in the mode where I'm going to get them fixed up. I'm going to put that game that I want in them. I'll be able to sit down, have more than a few drinks, and play that game with a friend of mine.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It's going to be amazing. Right. But we started out doing a non-working cocktail table, and it turned into an abundance of games.
6 months later, you're like, wow, we got a bunch of games, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Where all our kids are now involved in them and building them and restoring them, and that's what life is for us is about.
Hey, what makes you happy, go with it, right?
Yes. absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, all right. So one last time, we got Make It Pop, which is a Dig Dug theme.
Yes.
Can, and then we light box, which I made, and at some point maybe I hope to see it on their wall, whether it's with Dig Dug or not.
It's gonna be right up there next to the Beetlejuice.
Awesome.
Yes.
So Gabby, thank you again. I really appreciate this. So cheers, everyone. Arts and Craft with Gack and Gabby tonight.
Yes.
Woohoo! Okay, so there we have it. That was a fun little pairing and a trip, whirlwind trip to LA area, the LA Hangout with all the crew down there. So yeah, so this was Make It Pop by Track 7 Double IPA with the Dig Dug theme, and at the LA Hangout with the Marquee light box designed to fit Dig Dug marquees. Why not? All right, cheers everyone.